It's a strange thing, isn't it? How life seems to pick up speed the older we get. One moment you're navigating careers and raising families. The next, you're enjoying grandchildren and a quieter pace. But with that shift, a subtle, often unnoticed danger can creep into our daily routines. We often think of aging as a natural progression, something largely out of our control. We focus on big health scares or genetic predispositions. But what if I told you that some of the most profound impacts on your longevity, especially after turning 70, aren't grand illnesses, but rather quiet, seemingly harmless habits you might not even realize you're doing? It's a painful reality that many of us, without meaning to, are unconsciously adopting patterns that, over time, slowly chip away at our vitality and can even shorten our precious years. These aren't obvious threats like smoking or excessive drinking. No, these are far more insidious because they blend seamlessly into our daily lives, making us comfortable even as they erode our well-being. Imagine small drops of water, individually insignificant, but collectively capable of eroding solid rock over decades. That's what we're talking about here. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on 7 such habits. We'll explore why they're so detrimental, how they quietly undermine your health, and most importantly, what simple, actionable steps you can take to turn things around. These aren't complicated changes, but rather mindful adjustments that can make a monumental difference. So, settle in, because you're going to want to watch this all the way to the end for something that will truly surprise you. So, let's dive right in and uncover the first of these silent life shorteners. It's something many of us unknowingly fall into, especially as our pace of life naturally slows down the habit of prolonged inactivity, or what we often call a sedentary lifestyle. Now, I'm not talking about being a couch potato all day, every day, though that certainly falls into this category. What I mean is the subtle creep of less movement throughout your day. Perhaps you used to walk more, garden vigorously, or spend hours on your feet. But now, sitting for extended periods, watching television, reading, or simply resting has become your default. The danger here isn't just about weight gain, though that's a factor. The real insidious part is what happens to your body when it's not regularly put into motion. Your muscles begin to atrophy, meaning they waste away, making everyday tasks harder and increasing your risk of falls. Your bones, which need the stress of weight-bearing activity to stay strong, start to lose density, making them more fragile. Your circulation slows down, meaning less oxygen and nutrients reach your cells, and waste products aren't cleared as efficiently. Your metabolism, the engine that powers your body, becomes sluggish, leading to lower energy levels and a greater tendency to store fat. Even your mood can suffer. Movement is a natural mood elevator. Think about it. When was the last time you felt truly energized after sitting still for hours? The body is designed to move, to bend, to stretch, to walk. When we deny it that fundamental need, it begins to deteriorate faster than it should. It's like a well-oiled machine that's left to rust in a corner. It simply won't function as intended for long. We're not talking about becoming a marathon runner. We're talking about maintaining the basic functions that allow you to live independently and comfortably for years to come. So, what's the antidote? It's wonderfully simple. Incorporate more movement snacks throughout your day. Don't think of it as exercise, which can sound daunting. Think of it as simply breaking up periods of sitting. Stand up during commercial breaks and do a few stretches or march in place. Take a short walk to the mailbox or around your garden several times a day, if you're able. Find ways to do light household chores like dusting, sweeping, or tidying up. Even gentle chair exercises, where you focus on moving your limbs and core while seated, can make a significant difference. The key is to avoid staying in one position for more than an hour at a time. Set a timer if you need to, and when it goes off, just get up and move for 5 minutes. Stretch. Walk a short distance. Climb a few stairs if you have them. These small, consistent bursts of activity add up. keeping your blood flowing, your muscles engaged, and your joints lubricated. It's about building a habit of active rest rather than purely sedentary rest. Imagine how much better your body would feel if you weren't stiff from sitting for hours on end, and how much more resilient you'd be to life's little challenges. Now, let's move on to the second quiet habit that often goes unnoticed, yet profoundly impacts our longevity, especially as we age under hydration, or simply not drinking enough water. It sounds so basic, doesn't it? Drink water? But for many over 70, the sensation of thirst actually diminishes, meaning your body might be crying out for water long before you even feel like taking a sip. This isn't a lack of discipline, it's a physiological change. However, the consequences of chronic underhydration are far-reaching and can quietly accelerate the aging process and lead to a host of health issues. When you're not adequately hydrated, every single system in your body struggles. Your blood thickens slightly, making your heart work harder. Your kidneys, which are responsible for filtering waste, become more stressed. Your digestion can slow down, leading to constipation. Your joints, which rely on fluid for lubrication, can feel stiffer and itchier. Perhaps most importantly, your brain function can be significantly impaired. Even mild dehydration can lead to fatigue, headaches, dizziness, confusion, and a decrease in cognitive clarity, sometimes mistaken for early signs of cognitive decline when it's simply a need for water. Imagine feeling constantly tired and foggy, all because you're missing out on something so fundamental. It's like trying to run a car without enough oil. Eventually, things start to grind to a halt. We might think a cup of tea or coffee counts, but often, these can actually act as diuretics, encouraging fluid loss. So, how do we combat this silent dehydrator? The solution is beautifully simple. Make conscious hydration a part of your daily routine. Don't wait until you feel thirsty. By then, you're already dehydrated. Start your day with a big glass of water right after waking up. Keep a reusable water bottle or a pitcher of water within easy reach throughout the day, perhaps next to your favorite reading chair or by the television. Set gentle reminders on your phone, or simply make it a habit to sip water every hour. If plain water feels unappealing, try adding slices of lemon, cucumber, or a few berries for natural flavor. You can also get a good portion of your hydration from water-rich foods like fruits and vegetables. Think juicy watermelon, crisp cucumbers, oranges, or berries. Aim for small, consistent sips throughout the day rather than chugging large amounts at once, which can make you feel bloated. Remember, staying well hydrated keeps your energy levels up, your mind clear, your digestion regular, and every cell in your body functioning optimally. It's a simple act that pays enormous dividends in how you feel and how long you live vibrantly. Now that we've discussed the importance of consistent movement and staying well hydrated, let's talk about another foundational pillar of well-being that often gets overlooked, particularly as we get older: the habit of poor sleep, or consistently not getting enough quality rest. Many believe that as you age, you naturally need less sleep, or that restless nights are just a normal part of getting older. While sleep patterns can change, the need for restorative sleep absolutely does not diminish. In fact, for those over 70, consistent, good quality sleep is even more crucial for cellular repair, memory consolidation, and maintaining a robust immune system. When you're not getting adequate sleep, your body simply doesn't have the time it needs to repair itself. During deep sleep, your body cleanses toxins from your brain, repairs tissues, and balances hormones. Without this vital process, your brain can become foggy, your memory can suffer, your immune system weakens, making you more susceptible to illness, and your mood can become erratic. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to higher blood pressure, increased risk of heart disease, and even contribute to conditions like diabetes. Imagine trying to run a marathon on minimal fuel. Your body will eventually break down. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a biological necessity. the time when your body and mind truly rejuvenate. It's not just about the number of hours, but the quality of those hours. Waking up frequently, or having very light, disturbed sleep, can be just as detrimental as too few hours. Many people are simply existing in a state of low-grade exhaustion without even realizing how much better they could feel with proper rest. So, how do we cultivate better sleep habits? The good news is that many solutions are within your control. First, try to establish a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up around the same time each day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's natural clock. Make your bedroom a sanctuary dark, cool, and quiet. Block out light with blackout curtains. Keep the temperature comfortable. And minimize noise. Avoid screens, phones, tablets, computers, and even television for at least an hour before bedtime, as the blue light can disrupt melatonin production, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. Limit caffeine and alcohol, especially in the late afternoon and evening, as both can interfere with sleep quality. Instead, create a calming bedtime ritual, a warm bath, reading a physical book, listening to gentle music, or doing some light stretching or meditation. It's about signaling to your body that it's time to wind down. Small, consistent changes to your pre-sleep routine can have a profound impact on the depth and restorative power of your sleep, helping you wake up feeling truly refreshed and ready to embrace the day. Next up, let's talk about a habit that affects us all, but can be particularly damaging in our later years: the habit of chronic stress and worry. Life undoubtedly throws challenges our way, and it's natural to experience stress. However, when stress becomes a constant companion, when worry gnaws at you day in and day out, it shifts from being a normal reaction to a silent, powerful force that quietly shortens your life. For many over 70, worries about health, finances, family, or even just the daily news can create a low-level hum of anxiety that never truly dissipates. The problem with chronic stress isn't just that it feels unpleasant. It triggers a physiological response in your body. When you're constantly stressed, your body produces an excess of cortisol, often called the stress hormone. Over time, elevated cortisol levels lead to chronic inflammation throughout your body, which is a key contributor to many age-related diseases, including heart disease, diabetes, and even some cancers. It can also weaken your immune system, making you more vulnerable to infections. Emotionally, chronic worry can lead to depression, anxiety, and a diminished quality of life. Imagine living under a perpetual cloud, where even moments of joy are tinged with apprehension. This constant internal battle is incredibly draining and diverts vital energy away from healing and thriving. It's not about avoiding all stress. It's about how we manage it and prevent it from becoming a dominant force in our lives. So, what's the path to breaking free from the grip of chronic worry? It involves cultivating practices that help you manage your stress responses. Mindfulness and deep breathing exercises are incredibly powerful. Just 5 minutes a day of focused, slow breathing can activate your body's relaxation response. Spending time in nature, even just sitting in a park or your garden, can significantly lower stress levels. Engage in hobbies that bring you joy and allow you to lose yourself in the moment. Whether it's painting, gardening, knitting, or listening to music, learn to set boundaries, saying no when you need to protect your time and energy. And perhaps most importantly, don't bottle things up. Talk to a trusted friend, family member, or a professional if you find yourself overwhelmed. Sharing your worries can significantly lighten the load. Remember, your peace of mind isn't a luxury. It's a vital component of your health and longevity. Prioritizing your emotional well-being is just as important as diet and exercise. Finally, for this section, let's explore a habit that might surprise some of you as a life shortener, yet its impact is profound: the habit of social isolation. As we age, our social circles can naturally shrink due to various life events, retirement, relocation, or the loss of loved ones. It's easy to become comfortable in our own homes, reducing outings and interactions. However, retreating too much into ourselves and allowing social connections to dwindle can have surprisingly severe consequences for both our mental and physical health. The scientific evidence is stark. Chronic loneliness and social isolation have been linked to an increased risk of depression, anxiety, cognitive decline, heart disease, and even a weakened immune system. Some studies suggest that the health risks of social isolation are comparable to those of smoking 15 cigarettes a day or obesity. Humans are inherently social creatures. We thrive on connection, on sharing experiences, on feeling understood and valued. When we lack these interactions, our minds and bodies suffer. We might not even realize how much we're missing until the feelings of emptiness or sadness become more pervasive. Imagine a vibrant plant slowly withering because it's deprived of sunlight and water. Our spirits need nourishment from human connection in much the same way. It's not just about having lots of friends. It's about having meaningful connections, a sense of belonging, and opportunities for interaction. So, how can we counteract the quiet damage of social isolation? The key is to actively seek out and nurture meaningful connections. Start small. Reach out to family members or old friends with a phone call or a heartfelt letter. Consider joining a local club or group that aligns with your interests. Whether it's a book club, a walking group, a card game group, or a volunteering opportunity at a local charity. Senior centers often offer a wonderful array of activities and a chance to meet new people. If mobility is an issue, explore online communities or video calls with loved ones. Take a class, perhaps something new you've always wanted to try. Even simple, regular interactions with neighbors or people in your community, like saying hello at the local shop or sharing a smile, can make a difference. It's about consciously creating opportunities for connection, for laughter, for shared moments, and for that fundamental feeling of being a part of something larger than yourself. Rebuilding or strengthening your social ties isn't just about feeling happier. It's about extending your years and making those years richer and more vibrant. Now that we've explored the profound impacts of how we move, hydrate, sleep, manage stress, and connect with others, let's turn our attention to two more critical habits that, if unchecked, can quietly shorten your life after 70. The sixth habit we often fall into is ignoring your body's signals or dismissing new symptoms as just a part of getting old. It's easy to rationalize away aches, pains, fatigue, or other changes in your body, attributing them to the natural aging process. Perhaps you've told yourself, "Oh, my knees always creak now," or "I'm just tired because I'm not as young as I used to be." While some changes are indeed age-related, many seemingly minor symptoms can be early warning signs of more serious conditions that, if caught early, are much more manageable or even curable. The danger lies in procrastination and self-diagnosis. When you ignore persistent symptoms, you're essentially giving a potential health issue more time to develop, progress, and become more complicated. A mild, persistent cough could be allergies, or it could be something more serious. Lingering fatigue might be lack of sleep, or it could signal a thyroid problem or even a heart condition. That dull ache that comes and goes could be muscle strain, or it could be a sign of something that needs professional attention. Imagine a small leak in your roof. If you ignore it, it doesn't just stay a small leak. Over time, it can lead to widespread water damage, mold, and structural problems that are far more costly and difficult to fix. Your body is constantly sending you messages, dismissing them out of hand, or being too busy, or perhaps even a little fearful of what you might find, is a quiet way of allowing potential problems to fester and grow into life-threatening issues. Proactive health management becomes even more vital as we age, not less. We've often been taught to be resilient, to just tough it out. But when it comes to our health, this mindset can be incredibly detrimental. So, how do we break this habit of ignoring our body's quiet warnings? The most important step is to become a proactive advocate for your own health. Don't hesitate to mention any new or persistent symptom to your doctor, no matter how trivial it might seem. Write down your symptoms, when they started, and what makes them better or worse, so you can clearly communicate them. Schedule regular checkups, even if you feel perfectly fine, as these are opportunities for your doctor to catch things early. Be open and honest with your healthcare providers. If something feels off to you, trust that instinct. Remember, a doctor's job is to listen and investigate. It's far better to get something checked out and find it's nothing serious than to dismiss it and let a preventable or treatable condition progress. Being attuned to your body and taking timely action is one of the most powerful things you can do to protect your health and add vibrant years to your life. Your body is your most precious vehicle, and it deserves your careful attention and proactive care. And finally, let's address the seventh habit, one that is deeply ingrained in modern diets and often consumed without conscious thought: the habit of consuming too much processed sugar. Now, I'm not talking about the natural sugars found in an apple or a handful of berries. I'm talking about the added sugars that are ubiquitous in processed foods, sugary drinks, and even seemingly healthy items like yogurt or breakfast cereals. For many over 70, a sweet treat can be a comfort, a daily ritual, or an easy pick-me-up. But the cumulative effect of these added sugars is a silent, yet powerful, accelerator of aging and disease. When you consume excessive amounts of processed sugar, your body experiences a cascade of negative effects. It leads to chronic inflammation throughout your body, which, as we discussed with stress, is a root cause of many age-related diseases, including heart disease, arthritis, and even certain types of cancer. It contributes significantly to weight gain, especially around the middle, which puts a strain on your organs and increases the risk of diabetes. Sugar also causes sharp spikes and crashes in your blood sugar levels, leading to energy slumps, irritability, and difficulty concentrating. Beyond that, emerging research suggests that high sugar intake can negatively impact cognitive function and increase the risk of memory problems. Imagine trying to fuel a high-performance engine with low-grade, dirty fuel. It might run for a while, but its efficiency and lifespan will be severely compromised. Sugary foods offer very little in terms of real nutrition, essentially delivering empty calories that crowd out nutrient-dense options. So, how do we curb this pervasive habit? The key is awareness and conscious choices. Start by reading food labels. You'll be surprised where added sugars hide. In sauces, dressings, bread, and even savory items. Look for ingredients like high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, fructose, glucose, sucrose, maltose, and even honey or agave nectar when they're simply added sugars. The most impactful change you can make is to drastically reduce sugary drinks like sodas. Fruit juices, even 100% juice, can be very high in sugar without the fiber of whole fruit. And sweetened teas. Opt for water, unsweetened tea, or sparkling water with a splash of fruit, instead of reaching for processed sweets or pastries. Satisfy your sweet tooth with natural sources like a piece of fruit, a handful of berries, or a small square of dark chocolate. Cooking more meals at home gives you control over the ingredients and the amount of sugar you consume. It's not about complete deprivation, but about making informed choices that prioritize your long-term health and vitality over a fleeting moment of sweetness. By cutting back on processed sugar, you'll likely find your energy levels more stable, your mood more balanced, and your body feeling significantly healthier. You see, we've talked about a lot today: the importance of staying active and breaking up periods of sitting, the necessity of consistent hydration, the rejuvenating power of quality sleep, the liberation that comes from managing chronic stress, the profound benefits of nurturing social connections, the wisdom of listening to your body's whispers before they become shouts, and the incredible impact of reducing processed sugar in your diet. These aren't just isolated tips. They are interconnected pillars that support a longer, healthier, and much more vibrant life after 70. Remember, every single day presents a fresh opportunity. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight, even small. Consistent changes in just one of these areas can ripple outwards and create a wave of positive transformation. It's about progress, not perfection. It's about making conscious choices that reflect your desire to live fully, to enjoy your golden years with energy, clarity, and joy. Your life is a precious gift, and you have more power than you realize to shape its quality and its length. Embrace these insights and start wherever you are. We'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits resonated most with you? Or which one do you feel ready to tackle first? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could inspire someone else. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more practical advice and empowering content designed to help you live your best life at every age. Thank you for watching. And remember, every choice you make today is an investment in a brighter, healthier tomorrow. Live your best life at every age.